Okay, hold on. I got this. Just gotta adjust so you can see everything. Make my hair look pretty. I feel like I'm gonna drop all these. Okay, I think I got it. Ignore that I don't have City of Ashes. I lent it to a friend. There. I think I got it. Kick it! Hey guys, I'm Isabel and today I'm here doing a book review for City of Heavenly Fire. Book 6. Do you see it? Isn't it gorgeous? And a pretty cover. God, I love this book. It was so good. But it's so big. 725 pages. It's huge. Oh my God. City of Heavenly Fire. Where do I even start with this book? It was so beautiful and amazing and epic and such a great last book and conclusion to this series. I mean, I was so sad that it was over. At the same time, I couldn't be more happy with how this book ended, how this book turned out. Cassandra, Cassie did such an amazing job. And not only with this book, but with the entire series. It's the reason it's my favorite. It's beautiful, it's amazing. I loved it. Definitely it's just so good, guys. I don't even know where to start. I loved it so much. If you have not read the book, I would hate to spoil it for you. So please leave now. And if you haven't read the Infernal Devices series, you need to read that too, because a lot of stuff with the Infernal Devices goes down in this book. I don't like kicking you guys out, but you need to go so I don't spoil it for you, because I love you and I want you to have the best experience and get everything out of this book. So, bye! Alright, so for those of you that are amazing enough to have already read the book, you get to hang out with me for the next couple of minutes while we talk about this ginormous book. Oh my God. I just wanted to say before I start, I have the rest of the series right there, but The Immortal Instruments is my absolute favorite series. I adore it and love it so much. It is really the series that got me really into YA and reading, and just has been the starting point and the push for my love and passion for reading and books. It's what drove me to create this channel, to create my blog, to create my Instagram. I love it so much, and I don't know where I would be without this series. And I can't thank my nanny enough, who I actually mentioned in my blog, for giving me this series. She gave me City of Bones, and I'm forever grateful and in debt to her for giving me this series, because it's just changed my life so much. This is my copy of City of Heavenly Fire that is signed by Cassie. She personally signed it, and it wasn't from BookCon or anything because I didn't get to go, but I ordered it from Barnes & Noble, and like the first 100 got a signed copy. So that is my really pretty signed copy. There's a big story behind it. It was like a crazy mess trying to get it in. It was this whole mix-up at Barnes & Noble, but I don't want to get into it with you because we don't have the time, but I have my copy. And then I have my Walmart copy that my nanny picked up for me because my Barnes & Noble copy came in late, and it is full of notes for this review and for my blog review. 65 notes total, guys. 65. It's a big book. There's a lot to talk about. So the prologue of City of Heavenly Fire opens up in the Los Angeles Institute, where we meet Emma Carstairs and Julian Blackthorne, which are going to be the two main characters in Cassie's next series, The Dark Artifice, I don't even know how to say it. I was really excited about getting to meet them, and I'm very excited to read the book, but you know, the prologue was just so amazing. And I mean, it wasn't my favorite part of the book, but I really enjoyed getting to meet the new characters and see Emma and Jules, and oh my God, that Blackthorne family is freaking huge. So many of them. I was trying to keep up with everybody, and I couldn't. I know there's like Tivy. Oh, I can't even remember. There's too many children. It opens up, and as you guys know, you know, Sebastian's there, and Emma throws the dagger and everything. It doesn't even hurt him. And at that point, as if I wasn't like crazy enough trying to keep up with everybody, when Emma throws the dagger and Sebastian just pulls it out and he's like, ouch. And I was like, why didn't it hurt him? It was in his heart. And so theories are flying. I'm flipping out right now. Like, what is going on? And it was really scary because I'm like, don't tell me this is going to be kind of like City of Lost Souls, where like there's nothing that can save them. Well, this is going to be, there's nothing that can kill Sebastian. But apparently there is. Why, Cassie? Why? Sebastian dead already. He needs to die. He needs to die in a hole. He does. I know I say that a lot, but he does. Sebastian needs to die in a big hole, and I'm gonna dig it for him. And then, you know, we get back to the gang, our little group: Simon, Isabel, Clare, Jace. Oh my God, Jace. And the way they just opened it up with Jordan, kind of like trying to meditate with Jace, like, dude, this isn't working. I don't meditate. And Jordan's like, think of something that keeps you calm. And Jace is like, war calms me down. So I mean, there's Jace just being a pain in the butt. I didn't realize how much I missed everyone until I read the book. And you know, I'm going through and I'm like, that's so Alec. That's like, I just miss them so much. And seeing their banter and their humor and just the group together again, I was like so happy and excited. Everyone's together again. Everything's okay. Rejoice. Oh my God, everything is perfect. But as we know, happiness doesn't last for long in Cassie's books, and things just start to like go downhill by the end of chapter 1. The Clave calls a mandatory meeting that everyone has to go to and meet up in Alicante, and so everyone, or something like that. So everyone goes to Alicante, and well, everyone except Simon. They left Simon there again. I thought we learned by now that leaving Simon is not smart, okay? Just, what are we doing? Come on, just bring everyone. But no, they leave Simon, which that was sad, the whole Izzy, Simon, Clary thing. That was just, I teared up a little. I was like, Simon! It's Alicante, Idris, and everyone comes together for the meeting, and it's where they interrogate Julian and Emma about the attack Sebastian had on the Los Angeles Institute. And that just aggravated me right there. Another reason I hate the Clave. Poor little Jules is sitting there telling them the truth, and they're just like giving him the mortal sword, and it's like hurting him and everything, and they wouldn't stop. And Emma had to like run in and save the day, which is really aggravating. Like, it's not aggravating, but you know the Clave's like stupid when a 12-year-old has to like draw the line. So after the whole interrogation thing, we go back to Simon, Maya, and Jordan. They're just hanging out like normal teens. Everything's cool. Then they get a knock on the door. And they're standing there. It's like dark shadow hunters, the ones that work for Sebastian. And they're sitting there and they're about to like grab Simon. So he runs off. Big fight scene. And what does Simon do but jump out the window and get captured? Typical Simon. So then, you know, Simon gets taken, they go back to Alicante, and Jace and Clare together. And this just made me so happy because Clace is my OTP, if y'all didn't know that. Clace is my one true pairing. I shipped them so hard. I shipped them when we found out they were brother and sister too. Everybody did, but I shipped them like so hard then. And they will always be my OTP. I love them so much. They're the best couple. But anyway, so, you know, they're together and I was just really happy. And then they go to kiss, and like they actually kind of were able to kiss, and that happened in the beginning, but I was like really happy about that. I was like, ooh, yeah. So we're gonna control it. We're gonna have some glazed intimacy in this book. Yay. And then my dreams were shattered because Jace burns the wall. You know, I got really excited too. I was like, yeah, then kiss. Everything is gonna be okay, like Clace. And then he burns the wall. Dang it! Let's just bring this up. It's sort of important, but it grossed me out so much I had to talk about this. When it goes to like the Sealy court, and it's the Sealy queen, the fairy queen. It's like just laying there on bed, and then she's like in her bed, and she's like describing this like blonde boy in her bed, and it's Sebastian. Oh my god, I knew Sebastian was like weird, not like that low to where he's like hooking up with the fairy queen. Just describing it like his white hair, like snow is on its eyes, and his scarred back. And no, stop! Just stop being attracted to Sebastian. It was so gross. Oh my god. Jordan and Maya, they're not my favorite characters, so some of their parts tend to like bore me a little, but not to where I don't enjoy them, because I do like them as a couple. They're just not my favorite characters, but I was really like intrigued by them more than I was in the other books when Maya was like thinking about like what she had to tell Jordan, and I was getting really worried. I was like, okay, and a big part of me suspected, I was like, she's gonna break up with them or something, like, I don't know, she's gonna drop some sort of bomb on this guy's like life, as if things weren't crazy enough. And then when you find out and then it was actually true that she's gonna break up with him, I was just really confused, because from everything in the last couple books, like, and the way City Lost Souls ended, I didn't see any of this coming. So I really don't know what happened in the last 4 weeks that would make Maya want to break up with him. That kind of confused me, and it was stupid too. I didn't really get that. Road trip to the Prater Lupus, or whatever, however you say it, the place, and like, it's all burned down, everyone's dead, and I was just like, okay, really? And Jordan and Maya get out the car, and you know, they see Prater Lupus, and like, he's dead, and I was like, okay, well, he's dead. And I didn't really count that as a death, but I guess that counts, because she said by name. When she said name, I thought it'd be more like in our soul characters, but she was like, just, okay, whatever. So he was dead. So I was like, okay, one, and then Jordan dies, okay? Jordan gets stabbed by Sebastian. And I didn't care that much. Like, I cared in a way where I was like, like, no, like, you can't, no, Jordan. But then at the same time, I was like, okay, I saw it coming. It's over. I don't have to worry about it later. We're done. Like, and I don't mean that rudely. It's just, I saw it coming. He was one of the people I thought was gonna die, and so I saw it coming, and it didn't really take me that by surprise. I just wasn't expecting it at that exact moment. Finally find out what that kiddie pool thing was I talked about in the trailer reaction that everyone thought was like them bathing the sword. It actually turned out it's some ritual thing you have to do, and it's like some weird Shadowrunner thing they do when they get like swords and all that. I didn't really get the scene. It was kind of small. I brushed over it, but after that, they're like walking back and everything's happy. Clare has her pretty little sword, and they hear the siren or whatever or something go off telling them that there's like a battle or attack or something. So they all rush to go to the wall, and Jason and them are there, and they're kind of asking what's going on, and Robert's like sending all these Shadowrunners through to go fight like Sebastian and them. And Clary, this is why the clave aggravates me, and Robert. This aggravated me so much. I was flipping out, like slapping the book, like, what are you doing? Promising them that they could bring their loved ones back. No. Jason and Clary, though, they're kind of like rebel Shadowhunters. Robert's like, you can't go through, and they're like, YOLO, and they walk off, and they go through the portal thing, and they go fight Sebastian. So we're back on the battlefield, and they have the whole thing where Sebastian and Jace get in a fight, and Sebastian stabbed Jace, and like the fire like burned him and all that, but then Jace starts like bleeding fire, and so that was really weird, and like nobody knows what to do. And Clary, being Clary, decides to jump on this burning person that's like seeping fire and draw a rune on Jace. And then, oh my god, when Brother Zachariah and he's Jim again, and him and Jace talk and meet, I was like really happy and like just cradling the book, and oh my god, that's it, I'm done. My life is complete. Jim Carstairs and Jace Herondale have met, and they talk. We have seen Sebastian comes in, and he confronts Clary, and he like glues her to the wall with some like weird spell, and she's just sitting there, and she can't move her legs. And that scene was like, I liked it in a way because I like this Clary and Sebastian interaction. Just because I find it, as much as creepy as it is, it's like really cool and interesting to read. And when I was like waiting for Jace to come in and save the day, and he did, I really, really loved was when Jace and Clary are sitting there after they're confronted with Sebastian in Clary's bedroom, and he's asking her kind of what Sebastian was talking about when he was saying that. He kind of brought up what happened at the end of City Lost Souls between him and Clary, where, you know, he was kissing her and everything. And so when they brought that up, this scene was just really emotional, and as sad as it was, it made me happy seeing them work through this part of their relationship and him being there to comfort her, and it showed that mature side of them and their relationship and how serious they are about like their love for each other, because I mean everyone else, like all the adults and stuff, seem to really take it as like a fantasy teenage romance, when really like their love is so much more than that, and it's not a teenage romance. They are in love, and there's this mature and real side to it. So I really enjoyed how it brought out that part of their relationship. So then, you know, the gang's together again, and we just decide to be the gang and make this ridiculous, crazy, stupid plan on how we're going to follow Sebastian down to the demon realms. We're gonna go to hell, and we're gonna find him, and we're gonna kill him. What? I love them for being courageous, and it's creative, but it's insane. I love the scene where we go to this like cathedral thing, and Jay sees the sword, and he's like, "That sword, I want it." Alex like, "Well, you can't have it, okay? Look, it's on the statue." And Jay's just like, "No, you idiot! Look, it's 2 pieces. It's meant to be taken." And Clary's just sitting there like, I don't think that's why, but Jace being Jace takes it anyways. And Simon's like, "Wait, do you not see what's going on here? D&D. I mean, in the game, there's always this treasure, whatever, that people go to get, and it always ends up being a trap." And Jace's like, "You know what? YOLO, not listening to you, Simon. I want the sword. I'm going." He like pulls it out. Alarm goes off. Demons attack, and Jace is like, "God dang it, I hate when Simon's right." And I laughed out loud so hard on that part. When Isabel gets bit by the demon, and that this whole scene, I was getting so nervous. I was like, "Oh my God, Izzy's gonna die. No, you cannot kill Isabel. It's Isabel, okay?" And then Simon does the whole wrist thing and saves the day, and just Sizzy. We have the scene where Clare and Jace venture off, and they it's the like intimate scene, and I really like the way Cassie wrote this. It was equally beautiful. I like the sides of it that were funny and playful, and a bit romantic in a bit of a lustful way almost, but it's part of their relationship, that side of it, and so I really enjoyed this scene. And I don't mean it in a creepy way. I really like, I was glad that they finally were able to have this moment together, and it was such a beautiful scene. So it finally comes down to it, and we go off to attack Sebastian. And Simon actually comes up with a plan where we beat up the guys and, you know, steal the gear and everything. And I thought it was cool that for once we actually listened to Simon. I think it's really intense. And Jace and Clary find Sebastian, and Sebastian like knocks Jace out, and he tells Clary, he's like, "You have a choice. Either all those people die and I will kill them, and you will join me unwillingly, or you will join me willingly and I won't hurt them." So Clary being Clary, and this was before we knew of her crazy plan, join Sebastian. And then everyone, you know, rushes in, they're like, kind of like, "What's going on?" And Sebastian's like, "My sister has chosen to sit on the throne beside me. Together we're going to burn down the world." And that was, oh my God, I hate Sebastian so much. None of this is gonna work out as we wanted it to. I really thought it was about to go down. I thought Clary was like joining Sebastian, he was gonna make her drink from the cup, all this crazy stuff, and then the last couple pages were just gonna be like insane and crazy, and this, oh my God, I was getting so nervous. And then Clary out of nowhere goes to kiss Sebastian, because he told her, "Kiss me, sister, let's seal our fate." And so she goes to kiss him, and she like stabs him. And I was like, "God, Clary, you're amazing." And Jace is in on it too. Jace is a good little actor. Then everything goes down, and we're like, "Yeah, victory!" Wait, we're still stuck in hell. How are we gonna get out? We finally get to see who Agnes's dad is, and I wasn't like, I wasn't as shocked as I thought I would be. I just thought from everything how much it was touched on, it was gonna be this big like cinematic reveal, and everyone was gonna be like gasping like, "Oh my God!" And then I was just kind of like, "Cool, your dad's like a greater demon of hell. How are we gonna get out?" The only way the demon father, Magnus's father, says to get out is if like a sacrifice sort of thing, so somebody would stay. And so Magnus says he'll stay. Alex like, no, Magnus, I mean, you need to come with us. We're all staying together. We're not staying with you, Magnus. Like, you need to go. And so there's this whole like ordeal going on, and like them fighting on Magnus going. And I love Magnus, but it didn't bother me that he was gonna stay. I was just so content and wanting everyone to be together. And I mean, I love Alec, and I'd feel bad if him and Magnus weren't together, but at the same time, I was like, it felt like the only solution to me, and we needed to get out of there. Or we were all gonna die. Simon, being Simon, says he'll stay. What? At that point, I was just like, I can't. Too much is going on right now. I can't even deal. I cannot. Simon, like, go back to Magnus. Just Simon, no. But then, you know, we thought about it, and we're like, okay, this could work. Simon, immortality gets taken away. Guy can start his heart again. He's gonna be human. It's gonna work out. And then he's like, I want his memories too. Thing with Simon and Clare and Isabel, but more Simon and Clare, her just fighting for him to stay, and them telling her, like, no, that's it. Then the demon grabs Simon before they can decide anything, and he takes away his memories of, and not all of them, but he takes away the ones of him knowing Clare at all. He will not remember her at all, and knowing Jace and Isabel and all that. And by that, I just started sobbing. And how he's describing, Clary's describing the memories she sees of them growing up together, and him with Isabel, and she's just seeing all these memories get taken away from him. And I was an emotional wreck. So by this point, I'm an emotional wreck. I am sobbing hysterically, and I just, even though, like, some of the stuff was still sad, but even as the stuff got better, it made me smile, but then I start crying again. But, you know, Jace finally claims the name Herondale. We had been waiting for this to happen since, like, book 3, and oh my god, when he did, it was just so perfect. And Malik is back together, which really made me happy. I really like them as a couple together. I love what they stand for, and Cassie's bold choice to write a couple like that. But I really, really like them as a couple, and I'm glad they're back together. Oh my god. When Clary calls Simon, and she asks him about the homework and tells him who she is, and he doesn't remember her at all. And oh my god, at the end, when she asks him who his best friend is, and he's like, is this Eric making some kind of joke? As if I wasn't sobbing and emotional enough, I started going into hysterics. All this hit, I realized how much I actually cared about them as friends, because it was breaking my heart seeing this. And they're some of the best friends you'll find, and best friends in books, and it hurt. It was so bad. I was so hysterical. When Clary visits Simon in the epilogue, and he gives her the band poster, and the band's called The Mortal Instruments. Oh my god, I was an emotional wreck. This Cassie, why would you do this to us? It was driving me insane. Sorry, not Alec. Isabel and Magnus, when they talk to Simon and tell him about the world, and they say, you know, we can bring you in and you can descend and become part of the Shadowhunters. I was like, this is not happening. Like, I didn't know what was gonna happen. I thought maybe he'd just be a mundane again, but the fact that he's gonna be a Shadowhunter is so cool, and I was so excited. We see Clary and Jace together, and I really love the scene by the tree where they kind of give the speeches to each other about how much they love each other. And that was just really emotional, and I really enjoyed that, and that had me crying. When Claire and them rush over to see him, and she asks him if he knows who you are, and this just brought me to even more hysterics when she's like, do you remember me? And he's like, you're Clary Frey, my best friend. And I was just like, oh my god, I couldn't even, I was so emotional. And then that just hit me, because now I remembered, but the way he said it, like, he didn't say it like he knew it or it was just what everyone assumed. It was just fact that they are best friends. Sizzy is back together. Clare and Tessa finally meet, which was just amazing. I really liked that scene. Her and Clare getting to meet was just absolutely fantastic and amazing, and I loved it. And then the end, like, and Jay's playing piano. Oh my god, I don't know why that made me emotional. I was just sobbing the whole rest of this book. Anything happy made me cry. Happy tears, but then sad tears because I don't even know why. I was such an emotional wreck. It's not even funny. And I'm not making this up to you guys. I'm not hyping this to make me look like something or to make me look like I don't even know how to describe it. This is true from me and from my reading experience, but I was literally crying, just crying so much. Not only overcome by happiness and just joy that it was of how much everything was working out and everyone together and just all these characters I love, but the fact that it was coming to an end. And so by the end of this book, and it was actually on a specific quote, I am in hysterics, I'm crying, I'm laughing, I'm smiling, my face is scrunched up, and tears are just streaming down my face, and I feel these sobs coming on. And so I'm reading everything, and everything's happy together, and this is in the epilogue at the end. And it's when Jace reads the words to Clary on the back of the codex that Tessa gives her, and it says, "Freely we serve because we freely love, as in our will to love or not, in this we stand or fall." And the first time I read over that line, I was crying so much. It was just all blur. And I was reading it in my head, and it was making me sob. And so I had to read it out loud. So I'm reading as I'm sobbing. So I'm like, freely we serve because we freely love us. And it was so bad. I was sobbing as reading it. And the minute I finished, I just shut the book. I threw it on the bed, and I fell over. And I was like clutching it to my chest and sobbing. Yes, that is my City of Heavenly Fire book review. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for, sticking up with my emotions and how much I talk about this and how much I love it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Please subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out my blog, The Book Academy. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you next time. AVE ATQUE VALE, guys. Bye.